Hello there, everybody, and welcome to the sixth part of my Pokemon and I Reliving the Crisis story. And I know I said I was gonna hold off on doing this for until November due to the freaking copyright strike I got on freaking Incredible Crew. I'm not getting into that; it's not important. But what I am gonna do is all thanks to Mr. Hydreigon here, as you can tell by looking at his channel. He's the one who uploaded this video for me, and therefore that's the reason why we can continue doing my story, so I don't have to wait freaking 6 months to do it. So once again, thank you very much for letting me do this, and I hope everyone who watches this and will enjoy this part as well. Now, just as you can tell by the timer, this part is very long. I think it's about 60 something pages, 62. Yeah, this part is very long, but I could not find a breaking point. I tried, but I just couldn't. And real quick, for those of you just joining, wondering why this is on Mr. Hydreigon's page, once again, he's doing this a favor for me. And if you're interested in seeing the first part of my story, then go to my channel, Mr. Jump 987, also known as the Latias, Latios, and Dragonite fan. Alrighty, so let's get on with part 6, The Wish for a Second Chance. There was a moment of silence and immobility in the garden, which lasted for about 5 minutes now. Bianca, Lorenzo, Latias, and Latios all stand next to each other while thinking about what had happened. Bianca manages to break the silence after a short time. I still can't believe that Mike ran away. Not only that, he left behind his friends. Bianca walks over to Mike's Pokemon belt and picks it up. However, when she does, she accidentally detached one of the Pokeballs and it dropped to the ground. Latias notices that one of the Pokeballs is on the ground and picks it up. She stares at it for a moment while wondering what could be inside. Be careful with that, sis. I will, brother. What do you think is inside? I'm not sure, but it's best not to open it to find out. Latios then takes a look around the garden while he was standing to clear about the bad thoughts in his mind. When he does, he notices Mike's Pokespeak amulet on the ground. He points with his paw towards it. Hey, what's that? Lorenzo sees the expressions and gestures of Latios. Latios, is something wrong? Latios looks at Lorenzo and then points again at the amulet. Over there, on the walkway. Isn't that Mike's translator necklace? Lorenzo didn't exactly understand what Latios was saying, but he somewhat got what Latios pointed out. Is there something over there, Latios? Latios gives a quick whine of his language and nodded to Lorenzo. Lorenzo then walks over with a pass and sees the amulet lying there in it. Oh my! Look! It's Mike's special amulet. Mike would be devastated if he lost this. I think that Mike is devastated enough as it is. I think you're right. Lorenzo suddenly notices that the voice he heard wasn't anything he heard before. He thinks it might be Latios' English-speaking voice he heard. Latios? Was that you I just heard? Yes, it is, I believe. You are holding Mike's amulet in your hands. I think since you have contact with it, you can understand what Latias and I say. It is amazing how this item works. But what should we do? I don't think we should be here just holding Mike's stuff. Hey, I have an idea. Let's look for Mike. What is it, Latias? Here, Bianca. Hold the amulet with me. Bianca walks over to Lorenzo and holds onto the amulet. Okay, Latias. Would you mind repeating what you just said, please? Yeah. I say we look for Mike. I want to find him. I want to find him too, sis. But he could be anywhere on the island by now. Maybe off the island, even. Do you think that Mike would really leave Alto Mare? I'm not sure, Bianca. But I really hope that he didn't. I don't see why we shouldn't try anyway. I have a feeling that we'll find him. Yeah, me too! Latias flung her arms in the air when she said that. She completely forgot the Pokeball that she was holding and it was shot into the air. Oops! The Pokeball then fell to the ground. When it did, however, the Pokeball opened up. Everyone was startled from the Pokeball. It appeared that it was a certain rushing Pokemon that came out of the ball. Ah! What's that? It's a Linoon. Linoon looked around the area he was in. His back was towards everyone else, however. Whoa, where are we? This place is nice. Linoon turns around. Hey, Mike, where, He then notices both Latias and Latios. What? Whoa! Are you two Latias and Latios? Why, yes, we are. You must be Mike's Linoon, then. Yes, I am. Wow. Mike told me so much about you. You guys are really cool. Thanks. I never thought I would meet you two. Mike said you both are really nice and friendly. I try my best to be as nice as I can. that 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 Linoon seems to be very friendly himself. Linoon turns his head towards the voice that he heard. He then notices Bianca and Lorenzo and walks over to them. Oh, hello. Who are you? Well, I'm Bianca. And I'm her grandfather, Lorenzo. We're best friends of Mike. Wait, where is Mike? We don't know. He ran away from here because he felt heartbroken. Really? Oh, for what? He wanted us to come home with him. Latias and I told him that we would, but we cannot because we needed to stay here to watch over Alto Mare. He took that pretty badly and he ran away. I still feel bad for that. That's awful. Hey, wait. How did I get sent out if Mike's not here? I had your Pokeball in your hands and... I had my Pokeball in my hands, rather, and I accidentally dropped it. Why did you have my Pokeball? Mike dropped all of his stuff when he ran off. Yes, he showed Latios and Latias the belt and dropped it when he ran. Oh, well then... Linoon all of a sudden realizes something. Hey, wait! You two humans can understand me! How can you do that? Well there, Linoon, when Mike ran for the exit of the garden, his amulet fell off. We have it right here. We didn't mean to use it, but it seems to work with whoever touches it. Linoon grows a little nervous. I'm not sure if I can believe that, to be honest. I'm worried about Mike, and, well, with the way things look, it doesn't seem right to me. Everything that we said is the truth, Linoon. The deep, honest truth. Latias goes over next to Linoon. My brother and I wouldn't lie to you, and neither would Bianca and Lorenzo. They've been taking care of us for a long time, you know. I trust them, and you should too. I do. You're right, Latias. Mike also said that you and Latios never lie. I trust you. Oh, goody. Thanks so much. Latias then gently rubs her head up against Linoon to show how grateful she was. Aw, isn't that just cute? Yeah, that is cute. Okay, I think now we should look for Mike. Yes, me too. Should we split up into groups then? That would be a good idea. You two could search from the sky, and Bianca and I can search the ground. Oh, Linoon's Pokeball's on the ground over there. Latias then goes over to the Pokeball and picks it up. She gives it to Bianca to put back on the belt. Oh, wait, please don't return me. I want to look for Mike, too. You can help with the search. Besides, Bianca and I do not know how to use these Pokeballs anyway. Okay, so what team should I go with? Go with Bianca and Lorenzo, Linoon. It would be too difficult to follow us on the ground. Also, when Latias and I go to the town, we need to turn invisible to others. That would make things even harder for you to follow us. Huh, alright. I'm ready then. I'll go with the humans. Okay, let's go. Latias and Latios both flew off towards the garden entrance. When they got there, they turned invisible and then flew through. Lorenzo, Bianca, and Linoon all went through the garden entrance about a minute later. Soon, the search for Mike was on. The two Eon Pokemon flew through the streets of Alto Mare and searched for their friend. The first place they checked was Town Square. Latios figured that Mike would be there because he likes the ice cream at the parlor, but it turned out that Mike wasn't there. They continued to look through the streets of the city after their first thought. The other search party was heading for a different part of Alto Mare. This wasn't as busy as Town Square, but it was still full of people. Hey, there's a Pokemon Center hotel over there. Do you think that Mike could be inside? I'm not sure, Bianca. He might be. I guess it wouldn't hurt to try. I'm not sure if Mike's in there. He doesn't seem to like to go to hotels. Really? Yeah. But I say we go in there anyway, because if he really is in there, then we would miss him. Good idea. The three of them then head inside. When they got inside, they walked up to the front counter where Nurse Joy was. Hello, can I help you with anything? Hello, yes. Do you know if anyone named Mike has checked in this hotel today? Oh, okay, let me look. She uses a computer that was on the counter to look up through a list of names. I'm sorry, but I didn't see the person you were looking for on my list. Oh, alright, thanks anyway. I notice, however, you have Pokemon with you. By any chance, do you want them healed while you're here? Bianca looks at the Pokemon ball she was holding for a second. Oh, these? Oh, these aren't ours. These belong to Mike. Oh, my. Well, would you like me to hold on to them in case he's looking for them? No, thank you. We would like to personally deliver them to him ourselves. Oh, okay then. I hope you find him, and have a nice day. You too. The three of them then exit the building and stand in the center of the walkway. I guess he wasn't in there. I wonder where he is. Oh, could he be at the museum? It's possible. He might be... Oh, wait a minute. No, the museum doesn't open for another 2 hours. He can't be in there. Oh, well, where else could he be? Oh, I don't know. The only place left on my mind, rather. The only place left on my mind is our house. Do you think he might be there? I hope so. Or else maybe he really did leave the island. Meanwhile, Latios and Latias continue to search from the sky. In the time it took Lorenzo, Bianca, and Lanu to get this far, they have searched almost the whole island. Not only did they search the city part and the canals, they also searched the land outside of the town as well. Mike was still not found, and both Latias and Latios were nervous. Oh my goodness, brother, where could he be? I don't know, sister. I really don't. Maybe he really did leave the island. Oh, I really hope he didn't. Oh, that's all I can think of. Unless... Unless what? I think I know where Mike is. Really? Yes, follow me, sis. Okay, right behind you. The two of them flew back towards the city. When they got there, they went to a house by a canal. This wasn't just any house, though. This was the house that belonged to their beloved caretakers. It only took them a minute to get to the house. When they got there, they stopped and looked for a moment. They then took a peek through each of the windows. They could not see Mike anywhere in the house, however. Latias suddenly started to call out, Mike! Mike, where are you? Shh! Quiet down, Latias. We can't talk loud. We're in the town, remember? Oh, right. I'm sorry. That's okay, sis. I just don't want anyone to notice us. I just want to find Mike. I like him a lot. He's such a good human. I agree, sis. I too like him very much. Meanwhile, at Mike's location. I just felt so awful. I had no idea that the Latias would decline on coming home with me. I once again fell into a depression, but this one was worse than the one before. I also felt bad for ditching Latios and Latias like that. Because of this feeling, I couldn't even think clearly. All I thought of was how the LSRT was never coming back. I really did hope that it would, but it won't. I wanted my other members back very badly, too. I missed them all. Lugia, Ho-Oh, Mew, all my members. But the one I missed the most, though, was Dragonite. Him and I became such good friends, and he would do anything for me, even if I told him it wasn't necessary. He wanted just to help me and be the best friend he could be. And now, I won't see him ever again. I had no idea what to do anymore. My life was ruined. I actually blame myself for wanting to come to Alto Mare in the first place. I shouldn't have gotten all worked up over the crisis. I should have just left the situation alone. I put my head down on my knees as I sat. My mind went blank for a moment. But then, I started to think of something soon after. For some reason, I started to think of the Latias. And thinking that made me feel a little less awful. Latias. Latios. I guess I need to stop thinking about the bad things. My main goal was to prevent the crisis so you two could be happy. And I did accomplish that goal. Both of you are safe, and the Soldu isn't broken. And Annie and Oakley did not capture you or harm the island. Wait, whatever happened to Annie and Oakley anyway? Well, whatever it is, I hope that something bad would happen to them. I really shouldn't have run away from the Latias like that. I must have made them feel so bad. I suddenly heard a loud whine-like sound that sounded close. It caused me to snap out of my thinking and somewhat startled me. Hey, who's out there? I got up and walked out from where I was hiding. I looked around the street, but I did not see anything. Hey, look! There's Mike! You're right, that is him! Both Latios and Latias flew over to me, but they were still invisible when they did. They both turned visible while my back was turned. When I turned around, I saw both of them. They had on happy faces. Oh, it was you two that I heard. Hello. Mike, we found you! Latias then rubbed her head up against my neck. She gave a loud sigh of relief. Mike, we were looking everywhere for you. Were you in Lorenzo's workshop the entire time? Excuse me? I had no idea what Latios or Latios just said. Without my Pokespeak amulet, I'm just as clueless as the next human when it comes to understanding Pokemon language. Oh no, that's right. Mike cannot understand us without his amulet. Oh yeah, and that's still with Lorenzo and Bianca. I'm sorry, I can't understand either of you. I lost my Pokespeak amulet and I don't know where it is. Wait, what if we tried to use telepathy to talk with him? Good idea, sis. Let's try that. Latias and Latios then started to use telepathy. Hello, Mike? Can you hear me? I suddenly heard a voice in my head. It sounded like Latias' voice to me. I then noticed what was going on. Latias? Is that you I hear? Yes, it is, Mike. Hey! I can understand you. But how? It's our special psychic ability that allows us to communicate with others using telepathy. We don't use it often, though. Oh, well, that's really neat. This reminds me of that time I went for ice cream right before I went back to the present day. While eating my ice cream, I had a telepathic conversation with Latios. I wondered how my Pokespeak amulet translated the messages, but it turns out the Pokespeak amulet didn't translate the messages at all. So I guess, in a way, the Latias can speak English. Huh. This must have been how Latias was speaking English to me from the first day we met. She was using telepathy the entire time. So, Mike, were you here at the workshop this whole time? Yes, I was, Latios. I then walk over to Latios and put my arms around his neck to give him a gentle hug. I'm sorry I ran away from you two. I didn't mean to make you feel scared or upset. That's quite alright, Mike. The main thing is we found you, and we're here to fix your broken heart. Thanks. Can I have a hug too? Of course you can. I then walked to Latias to give her a hug. I suddenly felt a lot better. Hey, do you two happen to have my Pokemon belt on you? No, we don't have it. Bianca and Lorenzo have both your belt and your amulet. Oh, we should tell him where Mike is. Good idea, sis. I'll send him a message. Back with Lorenzo, Bianca, and Linoon. While Latias and Latios were talking with Mike, the other three continued to walk to Lorenzo's house. At this time, they were a little over half a mile away. Are we close to your house at all? Sort of. It's not too far up ahead. This alley is so quiet. Yes, it is. Not too many people come through here. This is actually the way back to the garden. If you go past this turnoff to... Lorenzo suddenly stops moving. To what? Granddad, is something wrong? That's strange. I thought I heard a voice in my head. Really? Lorenzo soon starts to hear a voice again. Lorenzo, can you hear me? This is Latios. I'm using telepathy to communicate with you. My sister and I have found Mike. He's at your workshop. Please come along. I want you, Bianca, and Lanoon to help us make Mike feel better. Oh, so that's what it was. It was Latios talking to me using his psychic abilities. Oh, what did he say? He told me that both he and Latias have found Mike. Oh, yay! Oh, wow, where was he? He was at my workshop the whole time, it seems. I have no idea why he was there, though. But at least we found him. Yeah, Latias and Latios also want us to help with Mike's sad feelings, rather. Oh. Well, Mike needs some help cheering up? Well, then I know someone who can help with that. Lanoon walks over to Bianca, who is still holding Mike's Pokemon belt. Lanoon looked at the belt thoroughly. Then he jumped up and took one of the Pokeballs right off the belt. Ah! What are you doing? Trying to send Pidgeot out. Pidgeot? You mean that large bird Pokemon? Yeah. Don't worry, he's nice like me. Him and I are actually best friends. Are you sure you have the right Pokeball? Yeah, I'm sure. Pidgeot's Pokeball is one from the left. Then... oh, whoopsie. I hit back instead of forward. While Lanoon was trying this Pokeball... While Lanoon was trying to open the Pokeball, Bianca held and examined it. The Pokemon belt for a moment. She notices the words Elok Ikim on the belt. Well, what does that mean? She then flips the belt over and realizes the words actually read Mike Cole. She then notices something else. Oh, wait, Linoon, wait, the Pokemon belt was upside down. Got it! Bianca's warning was sent out a little too late. Linoon had already got the Pokeball open. The Pokemon that came out was a large bird, but it wasn't the one Linoon wanted. The Pokemon appeared was the most shocking one Mike owned. It certainly shocked everyone when it came out. Ah! What is that? That's not a Pidgeot. Oops, I sent out Zapdos. Zapdos turns around and to the sounds of the yells. What's with all the screams, Mike? Zapdos notices that Mike wasn't there in front of him. He looks around and he still doesn't notice Mike. What the? Where's Mike? Everyone, including Linoon, was too scared to talk. Hey, you humans! Where is Mike? Zapdos then notices the Pokemon belt in Bianca's hands. What are you doing with that belt? Well, wait a minute. Is that Mike's amulet you have in your hands? Well, yes, it is. What did you do to Mike, you twisted humans? What? We didn't do anything to him. Liar. Tell me what is really going on right now. Wait, Zapdos, it's not what you think. Linoon? They captured you too? What? No, I'm not captured. I'm helping these humans. How bad of a threat did they tell you to say that? No, Zapdos. We were trying to get Mike to return. We're trying to get to Mike to return his Pokemon and his amulet to him. Silence! Enough of your lies. You are guilty for whatever you did to Mike. Zapdos, please listen. We did not do anything to Mike. I've been stolen, and nobody, human or Pokemon, uses Zapdos. Nobody! As Zapdos' rage builds, sparks start to fly from his body. At this point, it was at the point where Zapdos may shoot out lightning bolts uncontrollably. I'll show you what happens when you cross paths with me. Zapdos, no! Don't attack them! Bianca holds onto Lorenzo in fright. Linoon, who's trying to be brave, stands in front of them and gets ready to block any attacks. You're right, Linoon. I shouldn't attack them. Huh? Really? Yes. Instead, I'll make them suffer by destroying the town they live in! Zapdos suddenly takes off flying and goes above the city. He looks around the city and does not attack. The townspeople who suddenly see him scream out in terror. Oh no! That's even worse! The entire island is in danger now! We must get to Mike right this instant! Yes, let's go! The three of them take off running towards Lorenzo's workshop. Linoon feels awful all of a sudden and his eyes start to fill up with tears. Oh, is this all my fault? Mike is going to be so mad at me. Not only him, but so will Latias and Latios. Back with the Latias and Mike. Seeing Latias and Latios really did make me feel better, even though I knew that they would not come home with me. Knowing that both of them are safe at Alto Mare and are happy and healthy, that was good enough for me. There was one problem, though. I didn't have a clue what I was gonna do when I get home, or if I'm going back at all. I thought for a brief moment, while Latios was talking to Lorenzo, about getting the LSRT restarted anyway without the Latios. It was possible, but as you can see, it won't be the same at all. I mean, having legendary birds is a good start, but I want to get all the members I had before. It was so hard getting them all. It doesn't even look possible to do that again. First of all, I got Ho-Oh's trust by saving him from trouble. How am I going to regain his trust when he originally hates humans? Lugia and you only joined because they heard about the LSRT somehow, and they asked me to join. It wouldn't work out the same if I asked them. And what about Dragonite? He and his friends could be anywhere in the world right now. I just have to face the facts. The LSRT would never exist again. There, I've sent him a message. They should be heading over here now. I suddenly snapped out of my thinking process. Oh, you did? Oh, that's great. Mike, I want to say that I'm very sorry for what happened to your team. My brother and I would come home with you to rejoin if we could, honest. I know that, Latias, I know. To be honest myself, I think I'm just going to give up on recreating the LSRT. Really? Yes. What? But why? It would just be too difficult to get everything back to the way it was. What do you mean by that? It was hard to make the team an official team by the government. We had to help a lot of people out who needed assistance in order to do that. Oh. And not only that, it's nearly impossible to recruit all the members we originally had on the team. Latias suddenly closes her eyes and hangs her head down. I noticed why she did that. Why does that appear twice? Never mind. Oh, Latias, it's not just you. I mean the other members too, like Lugia and Ho-Oh. Those Pokemon will be too hard to re-recruit. I still can't believe you're giving up on the team. It sounded like such a good team, too. If you're not restarting the team, then what are you going to do? I have no idea. I don't want to be a trainer again, but it's starting to look like I don't have a choice. Mike! The three of us turn to the sound of the voice. We see that Lorenzo, Bianca, and Linoon are coming up the pathway towards us. Hey, it's Bianca and Lorenzo, and is that Linoon with them? The three of them stopped running when they got up to us. Mike, there you are! Here I am. How did Linoon get out of his Pokeball? He got out by accident. Here. Lorenzo hands Why are there so many spelling errors? Like, there's another one right there. I swear I checked that. What? I don't know. Maybe it acts different when you're on full screen mode. Anyway, Lorenzo hands me my Pokemon amulet and my Pokemon belt. Thanks. I'm afraid that's not important right now. We have a much bigger problem on our hands. A problem? Like what? Just after the screech came some zap noises and yells. What was that? I don't know. What is that? It's your Zapdos. He got out of his Pokeball and he thought that we stole him. Not only that, he's now raging out of control and is about to attack the city. What? Attack the city? Ah! Oh no! We can't just stand here. We're the Guardians of Alto Mare. We must defend the city no matter what. Wait, brother, what if someone sees us? That's not important right now. We just have to protect the city from danger. Now let's go. Both of them fly up and above the Lorenzo's house. They still turn invisible, though, just to be safe. What the? This is a disaster! How did Zapdos even get out? Both Lorenzo and Bianca look at each other, wondering who would take the blame first. Well, Mike... Well... It's kind of my fault. What? You sent him out? Yes, it was me that I did. I thought I was sending out Pidgeot, but I accidentally sent out Zapdos. I knew. Why would you do that? I'm sorry, Mike. It's all my fault. Oh, please don't be mad at me. I was only trying to send Pidgeot out to help out. Please, I'm sorry. I go over to Linoon and kneel down next to him. Linoon, it's okay. I'm not mad at you. Linoon looks up and puts my hand. I put my hand on his head to calm him down. Linoon, relax. There's no need to be upset. But what about Latias and Latios? I just became friends with them, and now I bet they're going to hate me. I'm pretty sure that they won't. This is weird to me, in a way, about what happened. Weird? What do you mean? Well, the stunt that Zapdos pulled is one that I expect Moltres to pull off. Moltres? Is that the Firebird? You have him? Yes, it is. I have him. And the Ice Bird Articuno. I guess Zapdos only got mad because he thought something had happened to you. He must have gotten so upset, too. I would if I thought something had happened to you, but I wouldn't attack an entire city. I don't know why Zapdos wants to do that. But now's not the time to think of that. He must be stopped. I am responsible for him and whatever he's going to do to Alto Mare. I take out Pidgeot's Pokeball and toss it in the air. Let's go, Pidgeot! I get on his back, and as soon as he was sent out. Fly up, Pidgeot. We have to stop Zapdos. Latios and Latias both fly above the buildings towards Zapdos. They stop about 50 feet away and look at the enraged bird. Oh my, brother. He does look really mad. Yes, he does. There's also sparks coming out of him. Zapdos looks around the area for a while. He then shoots out a bolt of lightning towards the ground. It does not hit anyone, though. Ah! He really is attacking the city! I hate to say this, sis, but we must attack him. Oh, I really wish we didn't have to. We must, or else the townspeople might get badly hurt. Latios flies closer to Zapdos. He then shoots a Dragon Breath attack towards him. The blast did manage to hit Zapdos. It also catches him off guard. Ugh! Ugh! Who did that? Zapdos looks around, but he doesn't see anything. Come out from where you're hiding! Brother, I think that's just making him angrier. I know, but this is the safest way to attack. Latios then hits Zapdos with a psychic attack. It managed to somewhat weaken Zapdos, but it also made him even more enraged. Ugh! Stop being so cheap! Reveal yourself or I will attack the city! Zapdos then begins to charge to power. As he does this, tiny lightning bolts shoot out from his body, and the people from the city below scream out in terror, wondering why this is happening to them. Ah! That bird is going to attack at any moment! Everyone take cover! Latias and Latios looked down at the scared townspeople. They started to feel scared as well. We have no choice, sis. We must reveal our appearance. Yeah, you're right. If we don't, then Zapdos will attack all those innocent humans. Let's do it. Both of them then turned visible. The townspeople grew totally shocked to see them. Look! Up there! It's the Guardians of Alto Mare! The legend is true! That is Latios and Latias. They're here to save us all! Oh, thank heavens! Well, the people start to cheer the sight of Latios and Latias. Zapdos, however, only grows angrier when he sees them. Aha! There you are! How dare you attack me like that? Or you dare attack me like that, rather. Zapdos doesn't recognize Latias and Latios when he sees them due to the fact that his vision is blurry from his rage. He now sees them as enemies. He probably wouldn't have seen them that way if he wasn't so mad, because Mike has shown him pictures and information on him. The Latis both sit there and look at Zapdos, wondering when the next attack would come, and Zapdos was doing the same thing. Pidgeot flies over the buildings and then stops. Mike, why are we attacking Zapdos? Because he's enraged and about to attack Alto Mare. Now let's go! Oh, okay. I see the Latis in the air with Zapdos in front of them. I see how bad the rage was, and I start to go nervous myself. Pidgeot flies near the scene and stops. What? Another one? Do you all want to fight me? No, I don't. I don't want to hurt you. I just want you to not attack the city. Tell me what you did to Mike right now. Latias looks around the area and then notices me. Hey, look! There's Mike! What? Where? Zapdos looks around, but he fails to notice Mike because of his bad vision. You liar! Mike's not here! You shall be punished for lying to me! Zapdos then shoots a very powerful thunderbolt towards Latias. It hits her, and she is electrocuted. Latias screams out in pain. Latias is hurt, but she still has energy left within her. Latios immediately flies over to her to check on her condition. Latias! Oh my, are you alright? I am, brother. I am. Ooh, ow. Electricity hurts! Latios then turns his head towards Zapdos. He gives a very mad looking glare. Why you? No one hurts my sister! Latios then bolts towards Zapdos and hits him with a Dragon Claw. Zapdos then strikes back with a Drill Peck. It wasn't before long until they got into a brawl. I watched them fight each other in the air. It only took me 10 seconds of watching before I got to the point where I could not handle it to see it any longer. It was just hurting me to see two of my closest friends fight each other. Mike, shouldn't we do something? I look over to Latias to see her eyes was closed and her head was pointed down away from the fight. I was thinking the same thing. Pidgeot flies over to the fight and then stops. We were a little too close, however, because Latios almost rammed into us. Whoa! Be careful, Mike! Not only that, we were almost hit by a thunder attack. It looked to me like Zapdos wanted it to hit us. Pidgeot, by any chance do you still know Whirlwind? I do, as a matter of fact. Good. Now I want you to use lightly to split them up. Alright, here it goes. Pidgeot used the Whirlwind and did manage to separate both Zapdos and Latios. Both of them stayed put where they were after that. Hey! Break it up, you two! I can't stand to see the both of you fight each other like this. I don't care what you think right now. I have enemies to fight and destroy. I noticed that now the crowd was screaming even louder with fear. Oh, it's happening again! That evil trainer is attacking Alto Mare with his Pokemon! I couldn't believe my ears. I was stunned from what the man said. What? What do you mean, evil trainer? Ugh! Pidgeot suddenly flew downward really fast. What'd you do that for? Well, it was either that or get pounded by a Drill Peck. Oh, well, thanks. Oh, there's no way I can handle Zapdos by myself. He's incredibly strong. Don't worry, I have an idea. I'll send you some backup. I knew the perfect Pokemon to send out to help Latios. Articuno. He was just as strong as Zapdos, and plus he has a type advantage. I was thinking of sending Moltres out too, but with my luck he'll side with Zapdos, and then we will definitely have a problem. When Articuno was sent out, he flew to me in Pidgeot. He didn't have a clue what was going on. Hey Mike, what's happening here? Well, I don't have time to explain, but Zapdos is going on a rampage and now is a threat to the city. Really? Zapdos then flies towards Latios and tries to attack him, but Latios dodges the attack. Wow, no kidding. Just like you said would happen. And that's why I want you to help Latios and Latias over there to try to defeat Zapdos. Very well. But can you tell me why he's attacking Latios and Latias if he knows who they are? I have no idea. I thought he knew that they were friends with me. That's strange. Yeah, and a little frightening. I mean, I never seen Zapdos this mad before. There was one other time that this happened. I'm not sure what caused it, but he went outraged just like he is now. Oh, I don't remember that. That must have happened in the new past. Well, he became so enraged that he couldn't recognize anybody he saw. I think that this rage caused his vision to become abstract. I also think this is what he's going through right now. Well, then, we have to cause him to faint. It's the only way to calm him down. I'm afraid you're right. I'm going in. Good luck. Soon Articuno was part of the fight. Pidgeot did not want to take part of it, however. So he just stayed where he was, and him and I watched the fight. I really didn't want to, but I knew that Pidgeot and I would be wasted if we tried to participate. Articuno looked like he was having a little bit of trouble fighting Zapdos. He dodged almost all the attacks that Articuno threw. After a moment, Zapdos and Latios started to fight each other again, and Articuno took the time to rebuild strength. He noticed that Latias was away from the fight, and still cowering in fear. He then flies over to her. Hey. Latias hears the voice and turns her head to it. When she opens her eyes, she notices the graceful blue bird. Oh, are you perhaps Mike's friend Articuno? Ah, that I am. And you must be Latias, am I correct? Yeah. Yes, I am. No cause for alarm. I am on your side. Oh, that's good. I had a feeling you weren't with Zapdos. Is the battle over yet? No, it appears far from it. And the reason why I came over here is to ask you to aid Latios and myself in the battle. What? Oh, no, I can't. No, I don't like fighting. I know that, and neither does Latios. No, he doesn't. But he's a lot stronger than I am. Oh, I think not. I'm positive that you are just as strong as your brother. Mike told me that both of you are more powerful when you're fighting together rather than separate. Yeah. Yes, that's true. I'm strongly asking for your assistance. I fear we can't do this without you. Well, okay. I really should. I am a guardian of Alto Mare along with my brother. I should be helping both of you defend the city. Thank you, Latias. I promise I will try my best to prevent you from getting hurt. Thanks a lot, Articuno, for everything. You can count on me. And suddenly, out of nowhere, a lightning bolt shot at Articuno. It was obvious to Articuno where it came from, and he grew furious. Ugh, sneak attack me, will you? I'll make sure you regret that. Ugh. Articuno bolts towards Zapdos, and Latias soon follows him. Hey, wait for me! Pretty soon, all three of them were fighting Zapdos. Even with Latias aiding the fight, it seemed like they were still struggling to keep from being defeated. I never knew how dangerous and enraged Zapdos was until now. I then tried to reason with him. Zapdos! Zapdos! He then looks in my direction. Pidgeot was getting ready to dodge any attacks. Zapdos, please! Don't attack them! Zapdos then turns in the direction of the Latias and purposely shoots a lightning bolt in their direction. No! I said don't! It turns out that the tactic didn't work at all. Zapdos was still being as stubborn as Moltres, it seems. No offense, Zapdos, but I've had enough of this. Articuno shoots a powerful ice beam towards Zapdos, but Zapdos flew up and it dodged the beam. To make matters worse, Latios was directly behind Zapdos and he could not avoid the attack in time. The move took major damage to Latios. Oh no, brother! Latios! Ugh, look what you made me do. That's it! Be careful, Articuno. I don't want you to be enraged too. The Articuno stops his attack on Zapdos and comes over to me. He then takes a deep breath. Not to worry. I know how to control my anger. Oh, I see. Impressive. I must admit that Zapdos' behavior is starting to irritate me. It shouldn't be like this. But at least it's not Moltres in this terrible rage. That would be 5 times worse. I agree with that. Okay, I have to see if Latios is alright. Yeah, I think he's badly hurt. I'll fly over to him. Okay, I will distract Zapdos in the meantime. On our way to Latios and Latias, I looked down to see that the crowd was still watching. Many people had video cameras in use, including one that looked like a news camera. Latios, hang in there, buddy. I'm coming. Before Pidgeot got to the Latis, another lightning bolt was shot from Zapdos. It goes right past Pidgeot and I and electrocutes both Latias and Latios. The bolt hits Latias in a critical fashion, but for Latios, he manages to resist against the attack just enough to prevent fainting. Oh brother, Latias suddenly faints in the sky and she starts to drop towards the ground. The entire crowd gasps. Latias! Latios bolts down to try to catch his sister. He managed to catch her in time. However, his energy was depleted far too much to continue even levitating. He fell and splashed into the canal with his sister in his arms. Oh no! Latias! Latios! Anyone else? That is it. This has gone too far. Friend or not, I shall defeat you. Articuno then charged up a powerful ice attack. He then released the energy and it hit Zapdos. The move was so powerful that Zapdos fainted in a few seconds. He then dropped from the sky and also fell into the canal. Oh my god! Was that just sheer cold? Yes, it was. The move Articuno used is one of the most powerful ice moves ever known. To know it, you must have a lot of experience in battling. I guess my Pokemon and I trained very hardly back in the new past. Now that I see it, everyone looks a lot stronger. And Pidgeot still knows Whirlwind too, when I'm positive that he got rid of it. I then finally realized, Latias, Latios! They're down there. Are they alright? I'm not sure, but I think that you should go over to comfort them. Yes, I will. They need someone to help them out. Before you go, could you please return Zapdos and I to our Pokeballs? Both of us are exhausted. Yes, of course. I did as asked and I returned Articuno. Then Pidgeot flew down and I returned the totally wasted Zapdos. Latios is at the surface of the canal with Latias still in his arms. Latias' eyes still remain shut. Sister, are you alright? Oh, please wake up. The crowd was completely silent. They all, including myself, prayed that Latias is okay. Latias' eyes opened, and the first thing she saw was her brother's tear-filled face. Latias? Oh, brother, is that you? Latias! Oh, you're alright, thank heavens. Latios lifts his sister up and gives her a hug. Oh, Latias, I'm so happy you're okay. I was so worried. Oh, Zapdos is so strong, and he hurts. I know, sis, I know. But don't worry about that anymore. It's all over. Latias is now slowly regaining her strength. Are you okay, brother? Are you hurt too? I'll admit that I am, but the pain is slowly going away, especially now that I know that you're okay. The crowd, after a few, noticed Latios and Latias were recovering, and they started to clap and cheer. Pidgeot goes over to the sidewalk at the canal, and I get off. The crowd wasn't pleased with this, though. Latios, do it! Suddenly, the crowd surrounded me. I didn't have a clue what was happening. And then I was shoved very hard, and I was pushed off the sidewalk completely. I fell and landed face first into the canal. When I landed in the canal, I swallowed some water the wrong way. I squirmed in the water and tried to swim to the surface. I eventually did and started to cough up the water. Mike, are you okay? Yeah, I am. At this time, Latias and Latios could levitate again. Pain was still in both of their bodies, though. Latias started to come over to me. What happened, Mike? I wasn't gagging anymore, but my chest still hurt. I don't know. I think I was pushed. Really? When Latias got close to the crowd, got close to me, the crowd grew scared. No! Don't get close to him! He'll attack you again! Latias then stopped flying towards me. Huh? Are they talking to me? There was a whole bunch of screams from the crowd telling Latias to get away from me. There were screams of "Get away!" and "Watch out!" and "He's evil." Why are they telling me to get away? I don't know, sis. Attack him! Make him pay! Hit him, Latios! What? Are they telling us to hurt Mike? It appears that way. Attack me? What did I do? Wait, you two aren't going to attack me, are you? No, of course not. We know it wasn't your fault for Zapdos' behavior. Pidgeot then flies over to me from where he was. He seemed a little nervous. Mike, I think we better go. Those people look pretty mad at us. Suddenly there were some sounds of whistles blowing, and several policemen came from the crowd and stood on the edge of the sidewalk. Put your hands up where I could see them. You're under arrest. What? Mike arrested? Why? He didn't do anything wrong. I really gotta get out of here. Pidgeot! Here, get on! I got on Pidgeot's back from the canal, and he flew up. Stop! Get back here! Mike, wait! I wasn't taking any chances. I got off the island in no time at all. I had no idea why those policemen were after me. I didn't do anything wrong. Well, the Latis were hurt from one of my Pokemon, and that makes me feel pain in my chest when I think about it. And to me, it appeared as if I was now banned from Alto Mare. I had no idea where to go anymore. Any destinations, Mike? No, not really. Just head back to the Johto region, I guess. I just need to get away from... Wait. Oh no! I left Linoon back at Alto Mare! Pidgeot stopped flying forward. Should I go back? I shut my eyes tightly and clenched my fists. No. I can't. Just please continue on. Do you think that'll be okay? He should be fine. He's with my friends Bianca and Lorenzo. But I still feel awful for leaving him like that. I hope he can forgive me. I'm pretty sure that he saw the fight, and if he did, then he'll understand why he had to leave. I guess. We flew over to the ocean, and soon we were above the Johto region. We headed for the first town we saw. I figured that no one here would know what happened at Alto Mare. I sat on the bench at the town for 2 hours. I really did. I was just too scared to really move for a while, and that was because I was now considered a criminal of Alto Mare. At least Latias and Latios know that I'm not a bad person. To me, that's what matters most. I then suddenly decided to go for a walk around the town with Pidgeot following behind. The walk didn't make me feel as good as I thought it would, though. I walked by several shops. I then noticed a store with TVs in front of it. The world news was on the TVs. Good day to you all. This is the World News with Patrick Withers, and I am Ashley Dostu. Today's shocking breaking news story. Crisis on Alto Mare Island. What? I stayed tuned to the news after hearing that statement. People were in fright from an evil trainer that attacked Alto Mare. It can't be. They took that the wrong way. The trainer attacked the city with the legendary Pokemon Zapdos. With this video footage shows the truth. The clip showed what happened during the fight. It looked completely different to me because of the angle it was taken from. As you can see, there was the very frightening and horrible bird who had appeared to be in some sort of rage. Also, there was a sight that the people of Alto Mare haven't seen in many years. The Guardians of Alto Mare coming to the scene to defend the city from the threatening creature. Yes, the legendary Latios and Latios. As soon as they appeared, though, Zapdos attacked. Also, the evil trainer that appeared to aid the fight told Zapdos to destroy the Guardians. Hey, that's not true at all! To make matters worse, the trainer that sent out another Pokemon, the legendary bird Articuno, to aid Zapdos in the fight. What liars! The clip showed Articuno using Ice Beam and hitting Latios by accident. Oh no, that does look like Articuno hurt Latios on purpose, but it was an accident! I remained speechless and didn't respond to anything Pidgeot said. Both Pokemon were incredibly strong against Latias and Latios, and here we see Zapdos using another powerful move against them. It's the most terrible thing that anyone at Alto Mare had ever seen. The Guardians were defeated. Also, after they were defeated, Articuno winded Ice Energy and then blasted Zapdos. Experts say that Articuno was angry at Zapdos for defeating the Guardians before him. In the end, the evil trainer then flew off from the island and soon after the attack. Luckily, there were no reports of any human injuries. If you ever see this trainer, contact the police immediately and do not confront him. He has the Pokemon Pidgeot, Articuno, and Zapdos, which are incredibly powerful. Also, experts say that he may even have the Pokemon Moltres along with the other 2 legendary birds. More news coming up after a word from our sponsors. I couldn't believe what trash I just heard. All I hear now is the mind-poisoning phrase that is repeating in my head. The evil trainer that attacked Alto Mare. The evil trainer that attacked Alto Mare. The evil trainer that attacked Alto Mare. It was awful. I was a criminal to the place I love. I noticed that there was a woman standing next to me. She was watching the news as well. Unbelievable. It's amazing what you see on the news these days. Tell me about it. The woman then looked at me, and then I looked back at her. When she saw who I was, her face filled with terror. Ah! It's the evil trainer that attacked Alto Mare! Police! Police! Uh-oh. In no time at all, multiple policemen appeared. It was as if they planned on coming to this spot. And instead of trying to fly a Pidgeot like I should have done, I started to run away from the scene. The policemen sent out their Pokemon to help with the capture. I was surrounded by Pokemon in only 5 seconds. I was being stared at by an Arcanine, a Kadabra, a Machoke, and also a Mightyena. Put your hands up now! We have you surrounded! What are you doing? Hurry, get on my back! I look over at Pidgeot, and I was about to ride on him, but suddenly I felt pain and immobilization. The pain grew worse very quickly, and then I realized that the Kadabra was using some sort of move on me, probably psychic. I suddenly felt very weak, and then I dropped to the ground. I felt worse and worse, and my consciousness was slipping greatly. Mike! Mike, wake up! It was no use. I felt too weak to even move. I tried to stay awake, but my strength was gone. I passed out right at the scene. Pardon me? I felt myself slowly wake up. I didn't open my eyes right away. The surface I was on felt cold and hard, like a stone floor. This feels like a prison floor. I don't belong in jail. I deserve to be as free as the Latias. Oh. Latios. Are they okay? Well, as long as they are fine, then I guess I am too. But I still don't deserve to be in jail. I'm not a bad person. My strength was coming back to me. I slowly opened my eyes and noticed that there was a tree to my right. I got up on my feet and noticed that there were more trees in a lake. What? Is this the secret garden? I got a good look around. This definitely was the secret garden. I was relieved and confused at the same time. How did I end up here? I then crossed my arms and started to think. Something did not feel right. I figured that I was no longer wearing my Pokespeak amulet. It's gone again. That's the second time I lost it. Mike, you're okay! I turned around and saw both Latias and Latios. They are both holding buckets that contain berries. I also noticed that Latios was wearing my amulet. Hi, Latias. Hi, Latios. So nice to see you. And it looks like you're okay after the fight. Latias put the bucket down and came over to me. She then rubbed her head up against my neck. Latios also came over to me and lowered his head. Here, Mike. Take your amulet back. Thanks, Latios. I then obtained the amulet and put it around my neck once more. It's funny. I understood every word Latios said to me. The effect of the amulet must be opposite when a Pokemon wears it. The language must be translated for everyone to understand. Latias takes an Oron berry from the bucket and hands it to me. Here, Mike, have a berry. It'll make you feel better. Thanks, Latias. I take the berry she offered and ate it. Did you two get these berries for me? Yup. We wanted to make sure you were okay. So anyway, how am I here? And why were you wearing my amulet? Here, close your eyes and relax. I'll send you visions of everything that I've seen and what went on. Oh, okay, that's right. You can let people see what you've been seeing. I'll do that. I closed my eyes, and only a few seconds I was then witnessing what Latios saw. Pardon me, got something in my throat today. It appeared that Latios was flying in the sky, and at the side of the vision, I saw Latias flying next to him. Hey, this doesn't look anything like Alto Mare. That's because we weren't at Alto Mare. We left the island in search for you. You left the island? But you never left it in your life. Oh, but we had to. We wanted to prove that you were innocent. We tried to help out with we tried to help out with that right after the fight was over, but you left before we could get the word out. Oh. Oh, pardon me. I don't know what's in my throat. We eventually found you on a region near our island, but, well, here, take a look. Now I could see the Johto region from Latios' sight, and both of them looked like they were heading for the same town I went to. Hey, brother, look at all the commotion down there. Yes, I see it. I wonder what's happening. Wait, oh my, I think that's Mike down there. I had no idea how Latios knew it was me down there. I couldn't even tell who was who from looking this high up. The people looked too small to tell them apart from one another. Both of them headed down to the town. As they approached the town, the people saw them and grew amazed. Look at that! That's Latios and Latias! Oh my goodness, Mike is faded on the ground. Everyone, including Pidgeot, wondered why the two Eon Pokemon were here and away from their town. Attention, everyone! I would like to make an announcement. None of the humans understood what Latios said. Oh, I forgot. No one will be able to understand me. Oh, I have an idea. I don't think Mike will mind. I then see Pidgeot take the Pokespeak amulet off my neck. He then gives it to Latios. Here, wear this. Okay, let's see if they can understand me with this. Oh, so that's why you were wearing my amulet. Yup. I would like to get everyone's attention, please. Human and Pokemon. The crowd then grew silent, except for one person. Oh my god! He talks! Not exactly. The amulet I'm wearing allows everyone to understand what I'm saying. Anyway, there's something very important I must tell everyone, and it involves this human. Latios then flies over my unconscious body. What about him? Do you want payback? What? No, nothing of the sort. What I'm trying to say is that this human is not an evil trainer. The crowd started to talk to one another. They could not believe what they heard. What do you mean? He attacked the city. All the townspeople saw it. Plus it was on the news. The crowd grew silent again. It may appear to be like that, but that is not the truth. He did not attack me. It was his Zapdos that did. You see, this human is my friend. I know him very well. And I know for a fact that he would not harm me or my sister or the city of Alto Mare in any way. He has done a lot of nice things for me. One is saving my life. The only reason why his Zapdos attacked is because he thought that something terrible had happened to his trainer. Zapdos grew enraged from the thought, and his rage grew so badly that he couldn't control it. Plus, his vision was very blurry, so he did not recognize Latias or myself. That does make a lot of sense. But what about Articuno? Articuno was trying to help us defeat Zapdos to put an end to his rage. But it attacked you! No, he did not. His ice beam was aimed for Zapdos, but he dodged the beam and it hit me by accident. What? Wow, that's a totally different story. And it must be true if it's coming from you, Latios. Yes, it is. Well. Alright, everyone. Well, you heard it here. This man right here is innocent. The crowd clapped towards was a wonderful statement. Yay! Good job, brother! Alright. Okay, we need to get this man to a hospital to rest. Machoke, pick him up, please. Please allow me to carry him to Alto Mare. I will personally take care of him myself when I bring him there. Also, I need to tell the people there he was innocent. Very well, Latios. Machoke, please put the man on top of Latios' back. When I saw the Machoke scoop up my unconscious body. This kind of freaked me out a little bit. The Machoke then carefully put my body firmly on Latios' back. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. It means a lot to me. Then Latios and Pidgeot all flew away from the scene with caution. The vision ended there. I opened my eyes after noticing. Oh, wow. So that's how you proved me innocent. Yes. Yeah, I'm so glad we did. So, how did the people of Alto Mare take it? Pretty much the same way. And after we did that, we took you here to we took you here for you to regain your strength. Oh, are you okay? Are you still weak, Mike? Have another berry. Okay, I will. Thank you, Latias. I take a handful of orange berries and start to eat them. So, the people around here now know you exist. Your appearance has been exposed. What's going to happen? Nothing, really. We're going to hide our appearance again, just like before. So, Latias, you still going to disguise yourself as me again? I probably shouldn't, Mike. People will think that I'm you, and they might ask me questions or something if they see me. If so, then I won't be able to keep hidden. Yeah, good idea. Oh, where's Pidgeot and Linoon? Linoon should still be with La Bianca and Lorenzo, and Pidgeot went looking for them. Hey, look, there they are! We noticed that all four of them were walking up to the path, pardon me. We noticed that all four of them were walking up the path to our spot. Mike! Hey, Mike! Hey, Linoon! Hi, everyone! We saw the entire thing. Is everyone alright? I'm fine. Are you Latias and Latios? They both nod. I can't believe how everyone thought you were a bad person at first, Mike. But at least that's no longer a thought. Yeah. Yeah. Something wrong, Linoon? Well, Latios, it's kind of my fault that Zapdos attacked the city. What do you mean? I let Zapdos out of his Pokeball by accident, and I meant to send out Pidgeot. Do you hate me? What? What? Of course not. Really? No, we don't. We know that it was just an accident. But I'm still sorry, though. It's okay, Linoon. I think he's not the only one who needs to apologize. I take the 3 legendary birds' Pokeballs from the belt. Oh, Mike, please don't. Don't worry. Zapdos' rage should have ended. I then sent the birds out. They all looked around for a moment while wondering where they were. When Zapdos saw me, he grew happy. Mike, you're okay. I'm not stolen anymore. Alright, Pokemon. Line up side by side. You too, Linoon and Pidgeot. Oh. All of them lined up in order as they were instructed. That's weird, Pidgeot. Mike's acting like he used to before he went on that walk a few days ago. Yeah, I know. I think he might be back to his old self. Okay, now I'm going to introduce you to my friends here. Although most of you have met Latias and Latios already. Yep, we met when Latias dropped my Pokeball light and let me out. Oh yeah, huh? But anyway, I'm Linoon, and it's nice to meet you again. Nice to meet you too. Pidgeot then steps forward. Hey, Latias and Latios. As you know, I'm Pidgeot. Didn't exactly greet when we first met, so I greet you now. He then steps back into the formation. Articuno then comes to the front. I believe that Latias and I already met, but Latios we have not. I'm glad to meet your acquaintance. Articuno, I too am glad to meet you. As Articuno steps back, Zapdos steps forward. Latias grows afraid and hides behind her brother. What? Does my appearance scare you? Latias pokes her head out to look at Zapdos. If anything, you should be afraid of Moltres. He's the scary one. Don't start with me. Okay then, well, I'm Zapdos. Nice to meet you. Neither of them respond. Instead, they just stare at him. What? Am I doing something wrong? Zapdos then looks around to try to think to himself. While doing so, he notices Lorenzo and Bianca. What? Hey! I know you two. You're the humans that stole my stuff! I then step in front of Zapdos and hold my arms out. Zapdos? No, they did not. They are friends of mine. I dropped my stuff when I was running, and they found it, and they came looking for me. What? Really? Yes. Oh. So my dude was telling the truth. I told you, but you wouldn't listen to a thing I said. Looks like I'm not the only stubborn one. Oh, wow. So I got angry over nothing. A little bit more than angry, Zapdos. But wait, what were those red and blue moving blurs I saw and attacked earlier? I say nothing, but give a glare to Zapdos and point to Latias and Latios. Whoa. So I attacked them? I continue pointing to Latias and nod to Zapdos. Oh my. So that's why you're acting this way towards me. I have nothing to say, really, except for I'm very greatly sorry. I know you were in a rage, but I still think that was unacceptable the way you attacked the city. I know I overreacted, and I got angry for a bad reason. But I'm not a bad bird. Any friends of Mike or friends of mine, if I recognized who you two were, I wouldn't have attacked. Honest. That's true. I did mention that. We all knew who you were before we officially met. Mike told us all about you back home. I suppose we can accept your apology. You don't seem like a bad Pokemon when you aren't enraged. Thanks. And I promise that I will not grow rage like that again. I'll try my best to control my anger. Latias comes out from hiding and looks at her brother. And her brother looks back at her. They both talk telepathically for a bit before conversing again with us. Alright, Zapdos, we'll take your word for it. Well, okay now I think it's my turn. I roll my eyes and control. I roll my eyes to Moltres. Yes, of course, we can't forget about you. Yes, well, I am Moltres, Master of Fire. You won't find any better fire skills from anyone else. Ooh, allow me to show you my power of fire. Hearing him say that made me immediately think of his fire demonstration when the LSRT existed. I waved my arms at him. No, I don't think so, Moltres. There'll be none of that. I wasn't going to hit him with my moves, I just wanted to show him a demonstration. Yeah, I know, but I don't want the garden up in flames. No thank you. Yes, he does have a point. It's best that you don't create any fires in our garden home, for safety reasons. Huh, fine. So this is part of the LSRT. That's really neat. You know of that? Yeah, Mike told me and my brother all about it a while back when he was here. It was when he went back in time. You've seen him go back in time? Well, I didn't see him go back in time, but I know that he did because we saw him disappear and return to the future. So Mike wasn't lying. Do you think I would lie about something like that? There was no purpose from any of the. There was no response from any of them for the moment. I believed you right from the start. Thanks, Linoon. Well, it's just going back in time is such an unbelievable thing. I couldn't imagine it if I tried. Yeah, I know. I turned over to Lorenzo and Bianca. Hey, you two have been very quiet this whole time. Everything okay? Yes, there's nothing for us to say, really. Nope. So, Mike, what do you plan on doing now? I'm not sure. Oh, wait, I know. I want another one of those ice creams. Man, I'm obsessed with those things. Who wouldn't be? Those are the best throughout the region, I think. Yeah, but if I'm gonna go into town, I need to return everyone. Wait, even me? I'm afraid so. It's only fair to the legendary birds. Okay. I then return them to their Pokeballs one by one. I wonder what it's like inside those. I have no idea, but I wouldn't catch either of you even if you wanted me to. Okay, I'm going to get an ice cream and then come back. And when I do, I will play with my two favorite dragons in the world. Latias smiles at me. Enjoy your ice cream, Mike. I will, thank you. Bye, Mike. Bye, Latias. Bye, Lorenzo and Bianca. Bye. I then headed for the garden entrance. While I did that, Lorenzo and Bianca made plans of their own. Well, I guess now is a good time to get going ourselves. I need to work on a couple of things in my workshop. Yeah, and I need to finish up my painting of the town square. Alright, we will take the alternate exit to get to our house quicker. Yep, right behind you. Bye, Latios and Latias. Goodbye, Guardians. The Latias give a farewell to them in their language. Then Lorenzo and Bianca start the way to their house. I walked through the garden entrance while thinking what tasty flavor of ice cream I was going to get. As I was walking down the path, however, I noticed three men coming towards me. When they got up to me, they stopped. Excuse me, are you perhaps Mike Cole? Why, yes, I am. Can I help you with anything? Yes, you can. I would like you to come with us. He holds out a badge. We are part of the SFLP. It's the Search for Lost Persons. We are a search party that was sent here to find you by your parents. What? But I thought they called that off. No, they didn't. Now please just come with us. You'll be in trouble if you don't. I can't. I won't. I ran in the other direction. Hey, please get back over here. You're not under arrest or anything. We're just going to take you home. I didn't stop running. Soon they were chasing after me. I was so determined to get away from them that I didn't realize where I was going. I ran right through the fake wall and I was in the path of the secret garden. Hey, where'd he go? I think he disappeared. Or maybe... The second agent tries to feel the wall in his right hand, but it goes right through it. You can go right through this wall! I was walking towards the secret garden. I was in a panic for what was about to happen. Oh, crap. This is bad. I really just screwed up. I suddenly grew more nervous and scared. My body began to feel awfully hot as I walked. I then walked fully through the tunnel, and I was now in the secret garden. I noticed Latias and Latios in the distance. They looked like they were talking with each other. I then see Latias turn her head and to look towards me. Hey, brother, isn't that Mike over there? Looks like him to me. Maybe he needs something. Let's go over to him. Yeah. In no time at all, they flew over to me and greeted. For the first time ever, I felt worse seeing them instead of better. Hiya, Mike. Back so soon? Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm back. You didn't get ice cream? No, I guess not. Are you okay, Mike? I sense discomfort in you. No, I'm fine. Yep. Perfectly fine. Both Latias and Latios looked at each other with concerned faces and looked back at me. Are you sure? No, I did something bad. Like what? I accidentally lured some strangers to the secret garden entrance. What? Oh no, Mike, you didn't. Oh no, I did. I was being chased by... Suddenly there were some voices coming from the secret garden passage. They were voices of the agent. Wow, this tunnel is dark. Yeah, I know. Where would a tunnel like this lead in Alto Mare anyway? I'm not sure, but look, man, there's a light at the end there. I hear voices. Mike was right. Mike, this garden is a secret place that shouldn't be known. Why would you take people here? I didn't mean to. Oh, but here they come. You two should turn invisible. Oh, yeah, good idea. They might attack us. Both of them turned invisible. Well, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't do that, but... Hey, there's Mike! Like, quickly the two agents grabbed my arms and put him behind my back. Then the main agent took some handcuffs and locked them to my wrist. Hey, what's going on? I thought you said I wasn't under arrest. You're not, but you wouldn't listen to us the last time, so we had to use a little force. The two minor agents let go of me while the main agent grabbed onto me. Whoa! Hey, just look at this place. It's amazing. Yeah, I'll agree with that. But it's odd. I didn't know Alto Mare had a garden like this. That's because it's supposed to be a secret. I didn't either. While the agents were talking with each other, I started to hear a voice in my head. It was Latias. Mike, who are those humans? They're agents of a search party. A search party? Why were these humans looking for you? Well, I didn't exactly get the permission to see you. Permission? Yeah. You see, I kind of ran away from home to come see you two. And my parents called on the search party to come and find me. You ran away from home? Oh my goodness, your parents must be worried sick. Yeah, you're probably right. It's just that you're my best friends, and I love being with you. All I wanted to do ever since I returned to the present day was come and see you. And also, well, try to get the LSRT restarted, but that's not even an idea anymore. This proves how much you care about us. You left your family in order to be with us. So what should I do? Should I try to stay here, or should I go back home? I know how much you like being here, but I think the best thing to do is to go back home with your parents. Yeah, I know they miss you a lot. Yeah, you're right. I'll decide to go home then. So it's not a good idea to look around this place? Well, I think it's safe, but something tells me that we're not supposed to be here. Besides, we have a job to do. This isn't the time to go exploring. Yes, we should get going. Yeah, we can tell the other agents about this place later on anyway. So I guess this is goodbye? I'm afraid so. I hope that we can meet again soon. Me too. I hope to see you again. Come on, Mike. You need to get home. The three agents and I start to head out the secret garden. Bye, Latias. Bye, Latios. Bye, Mike. Goodbye, Mike. Take care. Oh wait, what about these three knowing about the secret garden? Don't worry, we will find a way to keep it a secret. Oh, that's good. Well, bye, you two. Bye. The three agents start to walk me out. I turned my head around as I squinted. I looked at the Latias one last time, and then I continued to go with the agents. We traveled some alleyways until we got to a dock. There was a fairly large boat with the SFLP logo on the side. There were several people in the boat, and one of them appeared to be the top chief of the search. Hey, look at that! You found him. Great work, men. It wasn't easy finding him. Yes, it appears that we found him at he suddenly gets interrupted. Gardell's restaurant. The main agent then sidekicks the second minor agent in the leg. The agent gets the message. Oh, I never heard of it. Is it new? Yes, as a matter of fact. It opened up about a week ago. Oh, okay. Let's get him in the boat so we can start to take him home. I was then put in the boat, and then the chief took off from the handcuffs and when the boat departed. You tried running away, I take it. I didn't want to talk, but I figured it would be rude if I didn't. Yeah, I did. Why did you run away from your home in the first place? Well, I wanted to see my friends. Ah, yes, the legendary Latios and Latios. My eyes suddenly widened greatly. Wait, how did you know that? Well, to be honest, I've always had the feeling that the two guardians of Alto Mare were more than just legends. But the real reason why I know is from watching the world news. It showed Latios talking about you and how you were a great friend to him. Wow. Well, I am. I'm best friends with both of them. Yes. Now, boy, I need you to do me a favor for me. Can you tell me the real place of where you were found? Yes, I guess. I was at the secret garden of Alto Mare. Oh, what the heck did I just say? I knew it. That's the reason why they were acting like that. They aren't allowed to go in there, you know. Yeah, well, I'm allowed. Oh, yes, I know that. Well, that's because you've gained their trust. But the other three, they're trespassing. And the Guardians of Alto Mare do not like that, I'm sure of it. No, they don't like it at all. Well, I'm going to have a talk with them right now about it. I'll tell them never to go back there again, and also to never speak about the garden to anyone. Oh, please do. I want Latias and Latios to be safe. I will. Don't worry. If anyone talks about the garden to others in any way, they will be fired. Whoa, really? Yes, really. As he was about to walk away to a door, the boat, he noticed something. Oh, son, I see you have Pokemon with you on your belt. Do you happen to have any flying Pokemon on you? Yeah. Yes, I do. I have 4. Well, originally I'm supposed to take them away until we get home, but I have a good feeling that I can trust you. I won't leave, I promise. Alright, take care. The chief then entered the doorway. To be honest, I really could have just sent out one of my birds and escaped the boat, no problem. But I'm already in huge enough trouble as it is. Besides, both Latias and Latios suggested that it would be best for me to go home. So instead of doing that, I just sat there and looked in front of me. I watched the island of Alto Mare grow smaller and smaller as the boat moved onward. Soon the island was out of sight completely. After watching it disappear, I started to think to myself. For 30 minutes I thought about having my old life back, even though I knew it would never be that way ever again. But I still thought of it. All this really did, though, is make me want my own life more. For some reason, my memories of the LSRT kept playing in my mind. I tried to get the thoughts out of my mind, but I just couldn't. I thought of the team of no evolution and what Charmander said to me. Thank you, Mike. You're a hero to me. A hero to all of us. Now we can live our lives with no fear. I also remember what Dragonite said to me when he and his friends joined the team. Hey, Mike, thanks so much. I knew that our team was neat the minute I saw it. I promise you that I will try my best to help the team out. You can count on me. But that wasn't the end of the thoughts. I thought about many more LSRT-related things, such as missions and even the recruitment of Ho-Oh and Lugia. And also there was another voice that I thought about. Hey, your team is really fun. You think so? Yeah. And also, I think the other Pokemon on it think it's fun too. Oh, really? Well, they all look very happy, so yeah, I think so. All of these Pokemon gone. I feel just so awful. Sure, they might be happy living their lives now, but I believe that their life as an LSRT member was much more heartwarming. Hold on a minute. Alrighty. Whoa! Oh my god! What is that? The agent's cry snapped me out of my daydream. I look over to see the three agents, the two crew members, and the chief walk over to the left side of the boat. Seeing them do that, I also get up and walk over to that side. I look towards the sea and notice a large silverish moving object about a couple of hundred yards away. Could that be? I think that's the legendary Lugia. Lugia? Yes, the legend of the deep. Are you sure? Oh, it looks a lot. It looks a lot like it to me. I stared at the Pokemon for a moment. The head of it rose and looked around. I recognized the head immediately. It is! That is Lugia! My heart started to pound like mad. Seeing one of my previous members right there, it made my thoughts race. To be honest, I had no idea what exactly I was thinking. Eventually, I straightened my thoughts out, and then came up with a plan. Hey, Chief. Yes, what is it? You gotta let me go over to Lugia. I need to go to him. What? You're not planning on catching that Lugia, are you? Oh, I'd love to see him just fight it. No, I'm not going to catch it or harm it. I just want to go over there. Well, son, I think you should just let it be. Just stay to the boat, please. Ah, you don't understand. I quickly grabbed Pidgeot's Pokeball and sent him out. The others turned around and noticed that I did so. Hey, grab him! It was too late. As he said that, I got on Pidgeot and gave him the signal to fly. Before anyone could react, I was up in the air. Pidgeot, fly over to Lugia over there. What? Lugia? Yes, now go. Oh, well, okay. Pidgeot did as instructed and started to fly to Lugia. I was surprised that Pidgeot didn't ask me why I wanted to go over there in the first place. Mike, please get back here. Don't disturb that Lugia. It's very dangerous. Pidgeot heard the chief's warning and slowed his pace. He also grew slightly nervous. Just ignore him. Please continue on, Pidgeot. Pidgeot then resumed his normal flying speed. We were getting quite close to Lugia now. The closer we got, the more nervous Pidgeot got. Mike, do you think it's a good idea to get this close to that giant Lugia? From rumors I've heard that this Pokemon is extremely strong. I agree with whatever human back there said it was dangerous. Yes, I know, but I also know exactly how powerful Lugia is and what moves she knows from experience. Experience? You've seen Lugia before? When? This is my first time seeing it. Before my old life got corrupted. She was on the LSRT. Oh yeah, I remember that now. Lugia was one of the Pokemon you mentioned to us when all of us were in your room discussing that back in time thing. Exactly. I want at least one of my old members back. Now hurry. This is like the 1 in a billion times that Lugia isn't at the bottom of the sea. Okay, Mike. Pidgeot then flew closer to Lugia. To be honest, I totally forgot about the fact that Lugia does not trust humans. And yet I'm trying to recruit her anyway. Lugia! Hey, Lugia! Lugia then turns her head slightly and notices me on Pidgeot. She then grows annoyed. Ugh, I can't even go 5 minutes above the surface without being chased. No, Lugia, I'm not trying to chase you. Lugia glances at me again. What the? Did that human understand what I just said? Yes, I did understand you, Lugia. Don't be alarmed. I don't want to hurt you. Go away, human. You're not fooling me. No, Lugia. Please don't swim away. I just want to talk to you. Lugia just does stop swimming. She turns her head at me and looks at me with an angry-looking face. Pidgeot bravely speaks out. Please, Lugia, you have to trust this human. He really does only want to talk to you. Lugia doesn't respond or move. All she does is stare at me. Pidgeot, get a little closer to Lugia, but go slowly. I don't think so. Lugia looks big and strong, and it looks angry. It might attack us if we get close. No, she won't. Lugia wouldn't do that. She's incredibly friendly if you get on her good side. I know she's strong, but as long as we don't do anything that is threatening to Lugia, she won't do any harm. Now, you don't plan on attacking Lugia, do you? No, I don't. Why would I? She doesn't deserve that. Exactly, she doesn't. She's a good Pokemon, I know that for a fact. Lugia's angry look suddenly disappears. Pidgeot then flies closer to Lugia, and soon we were only a few feet away from her face. Listen, human, it appears that you don't mean any harm. I trust you for now. Don't try anything funny. I won't, I promise. Well then, human, do you have a name? I do. It is Mike. Okay, Mike. Well, this is like the first time that I'm not seeing a human attack me. Really? I'm the only one? Yes, sadly enough. Every other human that I have seen wants to capture me. and that's why I rarely come to the surface. If that's the case, then why do you come to the surface? Well, to be truthful, I'm just curious. Sometimes I have urges to see what's going on above the water. Oh, sorry, Mike, was it? You wanted to ask me about something? Yes, thank you. Well, you see, I have this team. It's called the LSRT. Uh, yes. Now, what do those letters stand for? With Legend Saver Response Team. It's a team to help Pokemon to stay out of trouble. Sounds like a rescue team. I guess you could say that. It's mainly that it was mainly made up to help prevent legendary Pokemon from being caught. Huh. I see. I also kind of wanted you to join my team. Lugia doesn't say anything for a moment. She thinks to herself for about a minute. No offense to you at all, but I find this to be kind of suspicious. Lugia, no, I'm not trying to catch you. I bet that you aren't, but this strange, uncomfortable feeling I get when I see humans. I apologize to you, Mike, but I'm going to have to say no for your invite. I suddenly felt very awful, and my chest started to hurt very badly, too. Lugia's words were very painful, it seemed. Really? Are you sure? I'm sorry, I just can't. I've gotten this feeling from being attacked and chased by tons of trainers and poachers, and it's just that, well, I just don't trust humans anymore. Oh, I see. Well, that's okay. I guess it didn't hurt to ask, right? At least I got to meet you face to face. Well, yes. I bet that you are a great human, Mike. Please forgive me for declining. That's okay. I understand completely. Thank you. Now, please excuse me, but I probably should get back under the water. I don't feel comfortable staying above the surface for too long. Okay. Lugia then turns around and starts to wonder. She stops suddenly for a moment and turns her head to look at me. Thank you for not trying to catch me, Mike. I greatly appreciate it. She then dives under the water, and in no time she is thousands of feet below the surface. Pidgeot remained in the air for about a minute without going anywhere. I put my head up against Pidgeot's neck. Mike, are you okay? Yeah, I am. I should have seen this coming. Lugia doesn't trust any humans, and that includes me. Well, that's okay. She doesn't have to join if she doesn't want to. I need to just respect her decision. Yes, I suppose that's the right thing to do. Should I head back to the boat? Yes, you should. Okay. We then start to head back to the boat. In about 45 seconds, we land on the front of the boat, and appeared that the main agent and the chief are waiting for me. Hey, I thought you were going to run away from us. No, I promised that I wouldn't. I put Pidgeot back in his Pokeball. The main agent starts to walk to the door. Ha! Well, then I lost a bet then. Ugh, I really thought you weren't coming back. The main agent then enters the boat inside. The chief walks up to me and puts his hand on my shoulder. Lugia got away from you, Yeah, you could say that. I'm sorry, son. Now, how about you come to the boat's kitchen and the chef will make you some soup? Sure, I will. Okay, come this way. The chief then starts to lead me to the kitchen. I was so bummed. I really wanted Lugia to be with me again. Still, I guess that her and I are still good friends in a way. I'm still a human that she likes. But still, why couldn't Lugia just be with me? I really truly wanted to find out. The rest of the trip home wasn't very exciting. All I did really was sit in the boat till we got to a port in the Johto region. And there I was taken to a helicopter and was taken to the US from this region. A question did go through my mind while I was in the helicopter. I wonder why we took a boat at first when we could have flown from Alto Mare to my house. I told the chief my question, and he told me that flying machines aren't really permitted near Alto Mare unless there's an emergency. But didn't Annie and Oakle use some weird car plane thing to fly at Alto Mare? And I think it turns into a boat too. I wonder how they got away with that. And I also wonder whatever happened to them. I meant to ask Latias or Lorenzo about that, but it completely slipped my mind. The helicopter then landed in the heliport on top of the SFLP building. I was once again switching ways of transportation. The chief and the main agent took me to the car, and I was driven for the remainder of the homecoming trip. My parents were very relieved to have me back home. Like Latias said, they were definitely worried sick. They both hugged me for a while and told me that they loved me. And then they told me to go upstairs while I talked to the chief and main agent. While up in my room, I wondered what my parents Oh, and the search members were talking about. I wanted to send all my Pokemon out to have a chat with them, but something told me that I shouldn't. Instead, I searched my whole room for a regular Pokeball. I actually found one, to my surprise, in my closet. I replaced my Pidgeot's Pokeball with the empty one, and then I put Pidgeot's ball under my pillow. Mike, can you come down here, please? I come downstairs to find my parents sitting on the couch. Hey. Hey. So anyway, how was your trip? Good, I guess. It ended kind of early. I don't appreciate what you did. I mean, well, I know that you have been fine over at Alto Mare, but, well, if you wanted to go there so much, you should have told us all about it first. I know, it's just that, well, it was just an all of a sudden thing. Now, what was the reason why you wanted to go there again? It was to see those two legendary Pokemon, Latias and Latios. Ah, yes, that's right. So you're friends with them? Yes. And, well, I just wanted to see them so bad. I tried to hold the feelings in, but I just couldn't. I'm sorry. It still wasn't necessary for you to do that. I'm sorry, Mike, but both of your father and I have decided to take your Pokemon away when you go to school during the evening. What? You can't do that! Pokemon aren't treated like toys. You can't just take them away. I'm sorry, Mike, but you need to learn that just because you have Pokemon that can fly doesn't mean that you can go anywhere you want with them. Please hand over your belt. I couldn't believe it. My gut was right. My parents really were going to take my Pokemon away from me. That's the main reason why I hit Pidgeot's Pokeball. Ugh, I'm just so mad. And this is the reason why I made the LSRT. No one can take a friend of mine away from me if they aren't in a Pokeball. I handed the belt over to my parents. They both then head upstairs, probably to talk about putting me on a lockdown. Hannah comes out of her room and into the living room and stands beside me. Hey Mike, why did you give them your Pokemon? They don't belong to them, they belong to you. I turn over and face her. I don't even know. I really don't. I guess deep down I wanted them to be happy or something. But those poor Pokemon, I bet soon they'll want to come out real bad. They can't now because they're stuck in their Pokeballs. Yeah, I know. You know, back when I had my team, everyone was just so happy and free. But now, after seeing this, it's not even close to happiness. Everything in this new life, it just seems to be going all wrong. All wrong? What do you mean? Well, first of all, I don't even have my members anymore. All those Pokemon I recruited in my old life don't even know me in this new life. But not Latias and Latios. They're still your best friends. I even know that Latios thinks you're a good person. How do you know? Did you guys watch the news? I did, but not Mom and Dad. How are they anyway? I see that they took care of you after what happened. I even saw what Zapdos did. Wow, a lot of stuff happened while you were over there. Yeah, you got that right. Well, no, both Latias and Latios are fine. They're very happy to see me when I arrived there. Oh, really? That's good. Did they come home with you? No, I wish. They had their reason. Oh, was it because your Zapdos attacked where they lived? No, they said no before that. The reason why is because they need to stay at Alto Mare to protect the city. It's their life duty. Oh, I'm sorry. So why did Zapdos attack Alto Mare anyway? Because I dropped his Pokeball and it opened while I wasn't around. He thought that something had bad happened to me, and that's what made him enraged. Oh. Well, again, I'm sorry that Latias and Latios did not come home with you. That's okay. Actually, they aren't the only Pokemon who declined on me. Really? Who else was there? Well, on the way back home, I saw Lugia in the sea. She declined on me too. Lugia? Huh. Who's that? It sounds familiar, but I can't completely remember who it is. Lugia, the diving Pokemon. Legendary Lugia. Yeah. Oh, I know. I'll get that Pokemon book you got me. I gave you a Pokemon book? Yeah, sure, I did. We both then walked into Hannah's room. Hannah goes over to the bookcase and takes out a fairly large book. The book title reads, The Great Pokemon Encyclopedia. Underneath the title showed a picture of a Pokeball with different Pokemon surrounding it. None of the legendary Pokemon were in this picture, however. Hannah opens the book and starts to flip through some pages. What ID number is Lugia? 249, I believe. Hannah then turns to Lugia's page. When she saw it, she grew shocked. Wait, that's Lugia? You tried to recruit that? Yes, I tried, but she refused. I remember now. I looked this up one time before. I mean, it's one thing to see Lugia, but she actually got up close to that? It's giant, I heard. Yeah, Lugia is big. Very big. But actually, from experience of being with her, I found out that she's actually quite gentle. Oh. Oh yeah, you said something about her being on your team before. Yep. And it was all real. Yeah. Oh hey, let's look at Latias and Latios next. Oh, you don't need to look them up. I can tell you everything about them, including their average height and weight. Yeah, but I want to see pictures of them again. So what are their numbers? 380 and 381. Latias comes before Latios. Hannah flips through some pages and she gets to the two young Pokemon. Aw, Latias looks so cute. I smile. Doesn't she? Her behavior is just as cute as her looks. Latios looks really nice too. Ah, that he is. He's incredibly nice. Are they nice to everyone they meet? Well, honestly, not really. Huh? What do you mean? But I thought you said... I know they are nice, but only to the humans that they fully trust. Oh, I get it now. Yep. That's why they patrol the city while they're invisible or disguised. Yeah. Hey, who should we look up next? What about Mew? Yeah, let's look up Mew. After Mew, we looked up Articuno, followed by the other two legendary birds. We spent hours looking up all the old LSRT members. Honestly, I kind of didn't want to because I knew it would bring back all the old memories of them. The reason why I continued to look them up with Hannah is because she was so into learning about my old buddies. After that came dinner, a talk on training school, household chores, basically the usual life stuff. This new life was actually the same old lifestyle I had a year ago, when I used to be a real Pokemon trainer. I felt as if I'm still back in time. This life really was a repeat of what I did before the LSRT started. What would I be doing if my team was still going on? Well, actually, I would be looking up all the stats of the team members, the funds of the team, and evaluating all the work on the team, as I would do almost every day. Occasionally, an LSRT member would show up to my house for a chat. Usually it's like noon or Dragonite who want to talk, but sometimes I get a visit from Lugia or even Mew. Bedtime soon arrived, and I headed upstairs to get ready. It was only 7:45 though, and I really didn't want to go to bed yet. Before I got dressed into my pajamas, I checked in my pockets. I wasn't expecting anything in my right pocket though, and when I reached my hand into my pocket, I felt something. This shocked me for a split second, and I quickly took my hand out. I realized my hand. I reached my hand into my pocket and took out the item that startled me. It was once again the red dagger. Oh, it was just my dagger in my pocket. I forgot again it was in there. One of these days I'm gonna end up cutting myself with this thing. I almost did cut myself with a dagger too. I was just lucky that I put the dagger with the blade facing down. Although now that I think about it, how did the dagger not end up ripping through my pocket? The blade was quite sharp. Whatever. I guess I didn't even have my pants if he made with jean-like pockets or something. I guess I tried to find a good place to put the dagger, but I didn't want to put it under my pillow because I didn't want to take the chance of it stabbing me while I slept. I took out Pidgeot's Pokeball from under the pillow and hid both it and the dagger in the closet. No one should go into my closet while I'm sleeping, so this was a good place to put them both for now. I got dressed and under the covers. Once again, I felt lonely. Like I said before, the Latias used to sleep with me in my room. I'm just so used to them being with me. I didn't have any of my Pokemon with me, so I couldn't send him out to keep me company. Although I did have Pidgeot, but I couldn't send him out because my parents said that they took away all of my Pokemon. My mom wakes me up every morning for school, so she'll see Pidgeot in here when she opens the door. So I've just decided to sleep by myself. Sucking it up wasn't easy when it seems as though you want your best friends back. But I guess, in a way, Latias and Latios are still with me. They're here in my heart. I had slept very well that night. I didn't have any dreams, but I did somewhat think to myself in the middle of the night. I knew that I was dependent on on the Latias, and I tried to think of why. The reason is this. I love them, and they love me. I have a special bond with them that I don't have with any other Pokemon. When it was just me and Latias back then, it was almost as if her and I were brother and sister. And when her brother arrived, well, it made the relationship go stronger and better. We have done so much of nice things for each other. I've done small favors for them, such as giving him a gummy treat, to as large of a favor as saving their lives. To me, the least they could do is spending their time with me. But they've done so much more than that. What I mean from all this is, us three, we are a family. And like any close family member, I miss them when they aren't with me. Just as if the whole running away incident never happened, it was back to trainer school for me. I was aggravated just thinking about it. I didn't try arguing with my parents about going to school. They already took my Pokemon away for most of the day. I don't want to make it all the time. Before I went downstairs, I collected the dagger and pitted out the Pokeball from my closet. I put the dagger in my pocket and the Pokeball deep inside my backpack that I had already had in my room. I basically did the usual boring getting ready routine that I did when I was in school. After I headed for the front door, my parents stopped me for a moment. Mike, I turn around and look at them. I hope you know the reason why we took your Pokemon away from you. I quickly thought of a lie to say. Well, now I'm going to look like a fool for not having any Pokemon with me. You know that every kid takes their Pokemon with them to show off and stuff. Ugh. Well, yes, I understand that, but you really shouldn't have run away like that. And, well, I don't want you to do it again. Oh, so you don't trust me? Honestly, no. And this feeling in my gut is telling me that taking your Pokemon away is the best solution. I hold my head and sigh. You know, if I really wanted to run away again, I could. Oh, you better not. Wait, how could you? Your friends won't let you borrow their Pokemon, will they? No, but I could just go to the store, buy some Pokeballs, find a catch a wild flying type Pokemon, train it and evolve it, and then escape again. Ever think of that? Of course, I was just flat out lying. I really wouldn't catch any Pokemon and harshly train it. I was trying to prevent stuff like this from happening to my members back when I had my team. No, we didn't think of that. Trust me, I'm not going to run away again. Even Latias thinks I should stay here. She encouraged me to come home. Do you really think that kids at school will comment you on having not having your Pokemon with you? Well, yeah. I go to a Pokemon trainer school filled with Pokemon trainers, and I am a Pokemon trainer. I felt extremely disgusted at myself for saying that. Those words I just said tasted completely awful. I can't be a Pokemon trainer without Pokemon. Both of them didn't speak for about a minute, and then Mom breaks the silence. Well, I suppose we could let you have your Linoon with you during school. Yes, the Linoon can't fly, so you may have him, but no one else. Well, I guess that's okay. My mom went upstairs and got my Pokemon bell from their room. And then she walks back downstairs and holds the bell in front of me. Here, I don't know which one has Linoon inside, so you can take him. And Mike, no funny business. Take Linoon and only Linoon. I take Linoon's Pokeball from the belt, and Dad looks at me with a serious-looking expression. I took Linoon. Here. I toss the Pokeball, and Linoon comes out. Linoon doesn't really know what's going on, so he walks over to me and sits beside me. Do you trust me better now? Yes. Just have a good day at school, okay? Yeah, I will. Let's go, Linoon. I walk out the door with Linoon following right behind me. The two of us start to head down the road. Hey, Mike, we are going to the trainer school, right? Yes, we are. By any chance, Mike, are you excited to go back to school? I look over at Linoon and give him an expression that read, "Are you kidding me?" Right, didn't think so. We kept walking down the road until my house was no longer visible. Hold it right there, Linoon. I take off my backpack and put it on the ground. I open the back pocket and start to search through it. What are you doing? I'm getting Pidgeot's Pokeball. I'm sending him out once I find it. Why is this Pokeball in there? Because my parents wanted to take all of my flying-type Pokemon away. Whoa, why? They wanted to make sure I had no Pokemon that could allow me to run away again. It's a good thing I hid Pidgeot's Pokeball in my bag. Oh yeah, your belt is gone. I just noticed that now. Exactly. Oh, here it is. I send Pidgeot out. He looked very energetic when I saw him. It's just not fair to for Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. They should be here with us. Wait, what? Why aren't those guys with us? Mike's parents took them away while they were in their Pokeballs because they thought that Mike would run away again. Huh, wow, that stinks. And that is unfair to them. This is why I don't use Pokeballs. No kidding. If only the LSRT existed, then all of us could go to with Mike to school. Like noon, if the LSRT still existed, I wouldn't be going to school. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. So, Mike, am I going to fly you there, or are we walking? I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna walk with Linoon and you to school. I would fly with you, but I don't think you will be able to carry both of us at once. Oh, no. No more weight on my back, thank you. You're heavy enough. So, are we ready to go? Yeah, sure. But first, I should probably check my Pokénav. I haven't looked at it for a while. I did go searching for my Pokénav in my bag, but what I was really doing was stalling. I just didn't want to go back to that school that much. I found the Pokénav and looked at the screen. It read, "Note 1 new voicemail." I then called the voicemail system and held the Pokénav to my ear. I wonder who left a message. The message then began to play. Hello, Mike. It's me, Chief Tutterman of the LSRT. I'm afraid I have some bad news to tell you, but I just don't know how to say it. Well, it seems that my agents have not kept their mouths shut, and I'm afraid they have spoken about the secret garden to a lot of people. And, well, I'm pretty sure that some people at Alto Mare heard about this from them, too. I'm just so sorry. It's just that I know that you are very good friends with the Guardians, Latias and Latios, and I felt like I had to tell you. Once again, I'm sorry. On the bright side, I did fire all 3 agents that have discovered the garden when they were after you. Yes, their licenses will be definitely revoked, don't you worry. But still, it's not fair to the Guardians of Alto Mare. That sacred place should belong to them and nobody else. After all, they do such a great job keeping it so nice. I fear the humans might ruin that. Since I'm here, I might as well tell you this. I know about the garden, too. I actually found it several years ago, and I too have seen the Guardians of Alto Mare. Oh, but only for a short time. However, I didn't get to befriend them like you have. I only saw them fly in the garden before I turned back out of there. I didn't want to disturb them, you know? Well, okay. I think I've said enough here. Once again, I am truly deeply sorry for what happened. I hope you have a better day, Mike. Goodbye. I just stood there in shock. I actually let go of the Pokénav by accident and it dropped to the ground. My thoughts were racing in my mind, causing me to become confused. But suddenly that confusion turned into rage. I clenched my fists and shut my eyes as tight as I could. I was so angry at the message that I began to shiver from rage. Mike, is something wrong? I do not answer. Instead, I growl loudly and fully kick the Pokénav with my foot. Both Pidgeot and Linoon watched the Pokénav skip down the road. I'll get that. Linoon then bolts down the road after the Pokénav to retrieve it. He gets it and brings it back to me in only 20 seconds. Just can't believe it! Believe what? What is it? Those stupid agents! What agents? The ones from the boat? Yes! The Chief's 3 agent that found me in the garden talked about it to others. Oh no! You mean Latias and Latios' secret garden? Yes, Linoon. Their secret garden. The stupid agent blabbed about the garden to everyone they knew, and Latias and Latios are gonna be so mad at me. Really? I thought they were really good friends with you. I think they'll forgive you if this is your fault. Yeah, Linoon is right. I bet there'll still be some really great friends with you. Well, yeah, I guess you're right. They still like me as much as they did before, but still, that is their garden. They don't deserve intruders coming in and doing things to it. You really think that humans would do bad things to the garden? I mean, who would do such a thing? Oh, you'd be surprised. There are some crazy people in this world. Yeah, but don't people of Alto Mare respect Latias and Latios and the whole Guardians protect us thing and stuff like that? Well, yeah, that's true. They do respect them, and I'm sure that the people of Alto Mare will respect the Latias garden. However, now that the garden is known, it won't be just the townspeople wanting to see it, and outsiders might not respect the garden in the same way. Oh, I never thought of that. It's just not fair to them. First their appearance is exposed, and now so is their garden home. There was a long pause. Um, should we get going to school? I don't want to. I really don't. But I guess I don't have a choice. Let's go then. We all started to walk down the road once more. I was in such a bad mood after hearing such dreadful news that I hung my head down as I walked. My thoughts, even after several minutes, were still racing in my mind. Wow! Look at that colorful rainbow! Rainbow? I lift my head and notice the arc of colors in the sky. Oh yeah, that is a rainbow. Where'd that come from then? It wasn't there a couple of minutes ago. Yeah, you're right. That just appeared there. I saw it. Was it raining around here, do you think? No, I don't think so. I saw the news this morning and it said clear skies from dawn till dusk for today. That's odd. I wonder how it got there then. Oh, I don't know, but it sure looks really neat. Yeah, I don't know either. Unless... Nah, it can't be him. Who? I don't respond to him. I just stare in awe at the rainbow, just like my noon. While staring, I saw a weird object fly right over the rainbow. I squinted hard to get a better view of it. Soon the object became just as clear as the rainbow itself. It was safe to say that I was once again looking at another LSRT member. That is Ho-Oh, right there. I point to him in the sky. Ho-Oh? You mean the legendary Ho-Oh? Yes, that is Ho-Oh. No, really? You really think that's him? Oh, I know that's him. That's my Ho-Oh, my old buddy from the LSRT. Wow, I never thought that I would see a Ho-Oh in my life. You told me so much about him, Mike. I don't respond till I noon. Instead, I stare at Ho-Oh in the sky. As I stare at him, I grow a grin. Pidgeot sees the grin on my face and grows nervous. Oh no, Mike, you aren't seriously. It's time to get a buddy of mine back. What are you doing? Pidgeot, get down. Let's ride up there. Oh no. I could tell that Pidgeot didn't want to go anywhere near that rainbow Pokemon in the sky, but he bent over anyway. I quickly got on him and we flew towards Ho-Oh while leaving poor Linoon behind. Whoa! Hey! Wait! Pidgeot slows his pace and looks back towards Linoon. Hey, Mike, what about Linoon back there? Oh, he'll be fine. Now let's go! Oh, I don't know. Lugia is one thing, but I'm even more nervous with Ho-Oh. Oh, come on. How can you be? Lugia is a lot bigger than Ho-Oh. It's not that. I heard from rumors that Ho-Oh is vicious when it gets disturbed, and it might attack us if we get close. Oh, he's not gonna attack us. Quit worrying, Pidgeot. Let's catch up to him before he gets too far away. Fine. We then flew fast towards Ho-Oh. We then got somewhat close and I called out, Hey, Ho-Oh, over here! And then Ho-Oh heard my call. He stopped flying forward. So did Pidgeot. He turned around and looked towards us. As he saw us, an expression of anger grew on his face. Oh, what a surprise. Another Pokemon trainer. Ho-Oh, I'm not a trainer. I want to help you out. Help me out my behind? If you know what's good for you, you'll turn around and leave me alone. Ho-Oh, I know you don't trust humans, and I know you like being alone, but if you just listen to me... No, I will not. There was a short pause. It appears you were able to understand what I say. What a nice little trick you have there. Well, I'm not falling for it. If you really can understand what I'm saying, then you should understand when I say, get out of here or else. Ho-Oh, please, just trust me. I'm not a Pokemon trainer. I don't believe in using Pokeballs. I'm trying to prevent you from being caught. You just don't know when to quit, do you? Typical human. Fine, you asked for this. Ho-Oh then opened his beak and began to charge energy. Incoming! Ho-Oh then shot a large fire blast towards us. Luckily, Pidgeot flew downward and dodged the blast in time. Whoa! What the heck was that for? And you said he wouldn't attack us. Hey, I gave you more than enough time to get away from me. Now your time is up. Ho-Oh then shot another fire blast at us. With great timing and speed, Pidgeot dodged the move. Hey! Ho-Oh, stop that! All I want to do is talk to you. Well, I don't. Talking is over. Battling has begun. This time, Ho-Oh shot a long, continuous stream of fire towards us. Pidgeot just kept dodging every bit of the fire blown at us. The move Ho-Oh used was obviously Flamethrower, but I haven't seen a Flamethrower this experienced in a while. In fact, the last time I saw one similar to this was from Ho-Oh when he was on my team. Ho-Oh was trying to blast us with fire. but Pidgeot just kept dodging his moves. It was almost as if he had a whole dodging rhythm going on. Mike, what should I do? Should I fight back? No, don't do that. He'll never trust us if we attack him. Just keep dodging his moves. He's bound to get tired sometime. Okay, that's good. I didn't want to attack him anyway. Ho-Oh tried his best to hit us with any of the fire moves he threw at us, but Pidgeot was too quick. Minutes gone by and we still remained untouched. However, after the 10th minute of battle, I began noticing a problem. Pidgeot was starting to become exhausted. This meant that every dodge would become more difficult than the last. This is so tiring. I can't do this for much longer. Pidgeot wasn't the only one losing his energy. I could see at Ho-Oh's face that he too was growing tired. It only took one more minute before he finally stopped attacking us. You are too fast. How did you dodge all of my moves? Pidgeot didn't say anything, and neither did I. All I did was stare at Ho-Oh, who was trying to look angry. I looked deeper and noticed that he looked more frightened than angry. He must still think that I'm going to catch him. I overdone it this time. I'm so tired, I won't be able to defend myself. I'm done for. I stare at him for just a moment more. Pidgeot, I think you should get a little closer to Ho-Oh. I don't think so, Mike. That's probably what he wants us to do so he can hit us. Nah, don't worry. He's more scared of us than we are of him. I can disagree with you there. Just trust me on this. It worked well with Lugia. I bet it'll work well with Ho-Oh too. Just move slowly towards him. If you say so, Mike. Pidgeot began to fly towards Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh noticed that we were getting closer and stared at us. If that's a sneak attack you're trying to pull on me, I can see you doing it. Pidgeot stopped moving forward, and I tapped his back to get his attention. When he looked up at me, I bobbed my head towards Ho-Oh. Pidgeot got the message and resumed moving forward. As he got close to Ho-Oh, he began to fly backwards away from us. Ho-Oh, stop! I just want to talk. I know that you don't trust humans, but please, just once, have a little trust in me. Ho-Oh stopped backing up, and Pidgeot managed to get only several feet away before he halted. If only you have seen the constant struggling and stress that I have to go through in order to stay free from ownership. I absolutely refuse to be controlled by any human. Oh, I completely understand how you feel. You are afraid that someday you will be caught by a Pokemon trainer that will ruin your independence and will do anything you want. And your will to do anything you want, rather. Ho looks at me in amazement. He also goes speechless as well. Now, I want you to make sure of one thing. Are you more afraid of the fact of being caught, or a human ruining your independence? More of ruining my freedom. But usually being caught is soon followed up by that, so I guess I'm afraid of both. I see. But wait, how do you know that? Well, it has been my life dream to help prevent legendary Pokemon, or any Pokemon for that matter, from being caught by trainers that may give them a harsh life. Now, don't be afraid when I say this, but I do catch Pokemon, but I let them back out right after I do, and I never put them back in their Pokeball unless if there's an emergency, such as a friend of mine is injured and they need to be healed at a Pokemon Center. Ho looks at me with an expression of disgust. Ugh, what's the point of using a Pokeball if you just send the Pokemon back out anyway? It's the same thing as not being caught at all. Oh, but it's not the same. If you are caught once, you can never be caught again by force. Even if you are hit by another Pokeball, you still can't be caught. Seriously? Yes, Ho-Oh. I really mean it. That's the truth. Wait. If you catch me now, won't that mean you will owe me? Well, in literal terms, yes. But you will be as free as you are now when I send you out. How do I know that this isn't a nasty trick and that you're just going to keep me in that Pokeball? Ho-Oh, you and I both know that even a Pokemon trainer would have to let you out sometime. I'm going to let you out as soon as you're in it. I still don't believe it. Wow, you just hate humans that much. Yes, more than anyone else in this world. There was a pause after that. I could hear a little voice in my head, in my head telling me to give up. And at this point, I was agreeing with it. Well, if you really don't trust me, then you don't have to do this. It's okay. I know that you don't trust humans, and I'm going to do it. What? But I thought you said you hated humans. I do, with all my passion. but I had this funny feeling inside me, and I never had this feeling before. It may have something to do with you. Oh, really? What kind of feeling is that? Well, usually when I get close to a human, I grow very angry, and a bad feeling grows within me. But there's something different this time. Here you are, only several feet away from me, and I don't feel these bad feelings. Instead, it's more of a tingling sort of feeling. It might just be the feeling of trust. My eyes widened and my heart began to race. You trust me? I will say yes. For the first time in countless years, I, Ho-Oh, am trusting a human. Wow, I never thought I'd be saying that in my life. Wow, this is awesome. Ho-Oh trusts me. I'm just as surprised as you are. I really thought he wouldn't. Now, this Pidgeot you're riding on, he's your friend. Yeah, yes, I am. I'm glad to say that I like living with Mike. I love helping him out when he needs things and assistance in. You live with him? Yes, I do. I have been ever since I was a Pidgey. Yup, Mike trained me and put me to work to become the Pidgeot I am today. Ho-Oh grew a disturbed look all of a sudden and started to stare at Pidgeot. Oh, but I asked him to. I was so confused when I was a Pidgey. I had no idea how or where to train. I wanted to be a Pidgeot ever since I was born, and Mike helped me reach that goal. Oh, I see now. Ho-Oh grew his happy look back. Whew, good save. Ho-Oh looks up at me. So, human, your name is Mike then? Yes, it is. It's so nice to meet you, Ho-Oh. I hold my hand out to him. Ho-Oh does nothing but just stare at my hand. I'm afraid I cannot shake your hand while I'm flying in the air. Oh, right. I pull my hand back. So now that you're sure that you're going along with this, would you mind following me to the ground? I don't think it's safe to use a Pokeball this high up. Very well, I'll follow you. Okay, Pidgeot, let's meet back up with Linoon. Okay, I'll look around for him. With Ho-Oh close behind, we search the roads for Linoon. Pidgeot notices my house from the air and follows the road with his eyes until he spots Linoon. The three of us then heads down to the ground. When Linoon sees the largeness of Ho-Oh, he grows slightly skittish and seems. Hey, Linoon, look who I brought back. That's Ho-Oh! Yes, I am Ho-Oh, creator of rainbows. Why do you look so afraid? Well, I just never thought I would ever see you before, and, well, here you are right in front of me. I never knew how big you were until now. Well, yes, I agree that I am rather large compared to you, but don't be so skittish. I'm not going to attack you. Oh, I know. Honestly, I think that I might be more excited than scared. It's such an honor to meet you. Oh, well, thank you. Oh, and by the way, I apologize for attacking you earlier. I was only following instinct. That's alright. You must still be tired after all that. Oh, very. I might even take a nap after all this is done. Ugh, I might too. Ho-Oh, I noticed during the whole battle not once did you use Sacred Fire. Well, of course I didn't use it. Honestly, I could have used the move on you and Pidgeot if I wanted to, and it would have guaranteed to hit. But the reason why I didn't is because the ground below would have burst into flames upon using it. The houses and trees would have caught ablaze too. Ah, I see now. Well, are you ready? Just one more question before we start. After this, when you send me back out, I don't have to live with you, do I? I took a little offense to that question. I actually wanted Ho-Oh to live with me. It would be nice to have him around. But then I remembered that the LSRT is all about what the Pokemon wants to do. And if Ho-Oh doesn't want to stay with me, he does not have to. No, you don't. The choice is completely up to you. You don't even have to see me ever again if you really feel that uncomfortable with humans. Oh, I wouldn't do that to you. You'll see me again, I'm sure. Okay, I'm ready to go through with this. Okay, I'll get a Pokeball from my bag here. I remembered that I used to keep some Pokeballs inside the part of my back pocket of my bag when I was a trainer. I looked in the same part and found a whole load of them. With curiosity, Linoon and Pidgeot looked in the bag. Whoa, there's a lot of Pokeballs. Huh. Let's see if there's anything better than just a plain one. While I was searching, I heard a weird noise set right behind me. It sounded like someone sending out a Pokemon. When I turned around, I noticed that Ho-Oh was gone. Right where he was, standing was a Pokeball with a flashing button. The Pokemon was rocking back and forth, too. What the? Ho-Oh was definitely in that Pokeball. But the thing of it is, I'm not the one who put him in it. The Pokeball then stopped moving and clicked. Ho-Oh was successfully caught inside the ball. Whoa! Ho-Oh! I just stare at the Pokeball in complete shock, and so do Pidgeot and Linoon. Suddenly there was a very loud yell in the distance. Yes! I did it! I caught the legendary Ho-Oh! I look up towards the sound of the voice. I notice a young trainer, about 10 maybe, standing 20 yards away from me. I give a good look at the trainer and discover something familiar about him. Dude! Did you just see that? Did you see that catch? The voice of the trainer sounded familiar too. What completely made my mind is that the Fearow that was right beside him. Wait a minute. I know you! You're that same trainer that tried to catch Ho-Oh at Billerica Center! What are you talking about? I never saw you before. Although you should know me. I am one tough dude. Everyone at school knows who I am. But now that I caught Ho-Oh, I am now the coolest trainer ever. You are a punk. You know that? Ugh, you're just jealous that I caught Ho-Oh before you. You just don't get it, do you? That Ho-Oh is not supposed to be caught. That's why it was with me. I was going to make it so he can't be caught by anyone. He deserves to be wild and free. Well, I caught it fair and square. Pokeballs are made to catch Pokemon, and that's what I did. I caught Ho-Oh, which is a Pokemon. Oh my god, Ho was right about trainers. They never learn to give up. Ugh, heck with you, dude. I'm going to take my Ho-Oh and show it to everyone I know. Oh no, you're not. I quickly snatched the Ho-Oh's Pokeball and dashed down the street, leaving my backpack behind. Hey! That's not yours! That's my Ho-Oh! Stop! Pidgeot and Linoon followed me down the road. I could hear the trainer scream his guts out. Pokemon Stealer! Pokemon Stealer! Stop that thief! I could very easily escape the boy, no problem. He was just standing there screaming and he wasn't chasing after me. Although, I just noticed something on the left side of the road. There was a neighbor down the road from my house who was a cop, and I just passed him who was sitting on his porch drinking coffee. He must have heard the trainer's screams, because soon he saw me, he blew his whistle, and was chasing after me. Hey kid, stop right there! Uh-oh, this isn't good. I turned around while still running to see the officer chasing me. Even though I see him, I continue to run. Mike, I think you should stop. Remember what happened the last time? I can't let Ho-Oh be controlled by that nasty little punk. I can't, even if that means running from the law. Besides, there's no way that cop can catch me. I suddenly hear that sending out noise again. About 5 seconds later, after that, an orange blur zoomed right past me, Pidgeot, and Linoon. The blur, which turned out to be an Arcanine, stopped right in front of us and completely blocked our path of travel. We all stopped dead in our tracks. What about an angry-looking Arcanine? Yeah, well, that's different. The cop at last caught up to me and put his hand on my shoulder. Hey, kid, any idea what the heck you're doing? I turn around and look at him, but I don't respond. I saw the whole thing from my deck, kid. You can't tell me you didn't steal that kid's Pokemon. What? Wait, you saw the trainer catch Ho-Oh? That was Ho-Oh that the boy caught? No wonder why you tried to take it from him. You don't understand. I took the Pokeball because Ho-Oh does not deserve this. He needs to be wild and free. Honestly, I was just going to release him. Well, that may be true, but you're forgetting that once a Pokemon is caught, it is property of the person who caught it. Now please hand over the Pokeball. I look around to see the looks on Pidgeot and Linoon's faces. Pidgeot had a look that read, "You should do it," and Linoon just gave a look of sadness. I turned back towards the cop and hand him Ho-Oh's Pokeball. I felt a sharp pain in my gut for doing so. Good. I'm glad you decided to do the right thing without a hassle. Now, I'm very sorry to say, but I must give you a ticket for what you've done. What? Are you kidding me? First you take Ho-Oh away, and now you're giving me a fine? What the heck is that? Hey, if I were you, I'd show you some respect. I could have you arrested for being a thief. Right. Sorry, officer. The officer finishes writing the ticket and hands it to me. I look at the fine total. It was 5,000 poke. Okay, I hope you understand. I hope you learned your lesson here today. Now I'm going to return Ho-Oh to his owner. Come along, Arcanine. We are all done here. Both the cop and the Arcanine start to walk down the road. I watch them walk until they are no longer in my view. I then grow very upset. Ho-Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry. I then sit in the road and cover my face with my hands. Pidgeot and Linoon stand right next to me to comfort me. I'm sorry, Mike. I know how you feel. You did a lot of work to gain Ho-Oh's trust, and it's not just that. It's everything. Everything in this life is all wrong. Everything? What do you mean, everything? Just look, Linoon. The LSRT is gone. My members are gone. The Latias in their garden home have been exposed. The legendary birds are taken away from me. And now, to add to the list of miserable things, Ho-Oh is caught. Don't you see? Everything in this life is going bad on me. Both Pidgeot and Linoon don't respond. Well, that's the last straw. That's it. I can't take this new life any longer. I want my old life back. How are you going to do that? How can you get your old life back? I sit there deep in thought. I think for only a minute before I come up with a plan. I lift my head up. Dialga. What? Whoa. What about Dialga? I stand up and look at the sky. Dialga can help me get my old life back. Whoa! How can you do that? Sorry, Linoon, but I need to return you. Hey, wait! It was too late. I put him back in his Pokeball before he could speak another word. Well, Pidgeot, I know that you're still tired, but I desperately need a ride from you. Please, take me to Great Book Farms again. Anything for you, Mike. Anything for you. He happily knelt down and I got on him. We then started for the important destination. I'm getting my old life back, no matter what it takes. Alright, and with that said, that is the end of part 6. 2 hours later. I told you this was a long part. And if you stuck around for it all, I absolutely thank you very much. And stay tuned for part 7, which would be Lost in a Sea of Loneliness. But until then, this is Mr. Jump signing out, and thank you for reading, and I hope you stay tuned for the next part. See you guys later.